a cop responds to a domestic call, ends up having some kind of relationship, allegedly, with the woman later. The man in the home finds out, calls the cop meets him, off-duty cop kills him. Let's put up the picture, full mass. A North Carolina police officer killed a man while off duty during an argument over a woman. You have Kwaku Agyapon, a Ranlo police officer, shot and killed a 33-year-old male, Juan Avalo. This was during an altercation over the slain man's partner. He had been with the department for less than 6 months at the time of this shooting. Let me give you background, a significant background to this. The warrant said that Agyapon met Avalo and the woman when he was called to their home in November. Keep the timeline here. He was called in November, 911, he's the guy responding. It was a domestic disturbance. Reports show that Avalo traveled to New York after the disturbance and that authorities were unable to serve him with an arrest warrant during that time. However, the Gaston County Sheriff's Office records show Avalo was booked in jail on December 7th and charged with assault by strangulation, assault on a female, assault with a deadly weapon, larceny, and assault with a deadly weapon with a minor present. However, the 34-year-old stayed in touch with the woman after he was called to the house. That's a no-no. And Avalo found out about it, found his number in the woman's phone, found the number on New Year's Eve. He contacted the cop who suggested the two men meet at a gas station for mutual combat. It's called a fight. So Agyapon showed up at Avalo's home in short time later with a service weapon. And the two men were wounded in the altercation. Avalo suffered a gunshot wound to the head and was pronounced dead. New Year's Day, 5:20 a.m. New Year's Day. The incident happened November. He found the information New Year's Eve. He's dead New Year's Day. The cop was briefly hospitalized with a stab wound to his neck. The town manager, his name is Jonathan Blanton. So Mr. Blanton also said the Gaston County District Attorney's Office and the State Bureau of Investigation decided reasonably early in the investigation to charge the cop with first-degree murder rather than classify the crime as self-defense. He's being held without bond in a Cleveland County jail. So let me get this right. So today I've reported on a 13-year-old black child with no gun, no threat to anybody being killed. And the cops are like, the homeowner is being really cooperative with us, okay? No arrest. And then you have this situation, okay? There's no courtesy here. Yeah, they knew right away, yeah, there was a murder. And it's true, was. This officer violated virtually every protocol of engagement and then decided to commit significant and severe criminal action. Clear cut. Nobody's questioning if he should be arrested or not. But my point is, why is it so different? When a 13-year-old is shot and killed, there's ambiguity. This doesn't add up. All right, insane, but once again, I submit to you what Ithaca, New York did. And we had the mayor, the former mayor of Ithaca, New York on the show. They decided to launch exhaustive psychological exams for anybody who wanted to be a cop. And what did the mayor say? 75% of the cops that passed their basic training failed their exhaustive psychological exam. But for the 25% who passed it, not one of them, not one, violated the rights of a citizen. The man said it right here on the show. Not one. But you have people like this walking around every day. All right, Jackson, thoughts here.
I think that statistic that you just gave in terms of making sure the police officers, because they are human beings, first and foremost, there's a problem with the hiring process, but making sure that the people that you arm with guns and the authority to basically kill people and get away with it, that they're mentally stable. Because clearly this guy, if he was probed in any type of real way, there would be no way that you couldn't see that he shouldn't be in this position, especially after just 6 months being there. Because what he did is not like pragmatic behavior, especially for an adult who has some type of foundation to maintain. So like you pointed out, everything unethical across the board, him getting involved with the woman in the first place, but then just being stupid in general, not even just thinking with his wrong head. This isn't a situation of outrageous insecurity and, ultimately a man who should not have had that job.
When you give someone significant public trust like a cop, but you're against yearly psychological evaluations, you're against lie detector tests, keep in mind, there are a lot of professions where bad people can do bad things, but a gun is final. You may be able to come back from, let's say, a negligent psychiatrist. You can bounce back, it's possible. When you're dead, you cannot. Significant public trust requires a significant level of accountability, and that's what you're missing, and that's the disconnect you see.